Danger approaches. Root here.
Again. Tedious.
Time for a shot.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
As you wish.
Stand down. Blade of me. Try harder. Try harder. Still waters for Flitty.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Nap time. Root here. Embrace a new life. May death protect us! Danger approaches. As you wish.
Destined for oblivion.
Naughty child. Root here.
Blade of me. All will be revealed. In the lunar flame. Again.
That hurt. That's better.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
As you wish. Danger approaches. Root here.
Again.
I'm okay.
Tedious.
Please cherish this time. As you wish.
Blade of me, all will be revealed. In lunar flame. Try harder. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a shot.
Nowhere to run.
Danger approaches. Root here.
Again. Still waters of oblivion.
Naughty child. Nap time. Life is not so fragile. As you wish.
Stand down. Blade of me, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
I'm okay. That's better.
Another journey begins, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Ready for death.
Danger approaches. Root here.
Tedious. Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion.
Nap time. Please cherish this time. As you wish.
Stand down. Blade of me, all will be revealed. In lunar flame. For oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I'm fresh. I'm okay. Life is not so fragile. Root here.
Where there are people, there is noise.
It's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
A Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas. Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial? I understand. It was the sacred beast's idea, after all. However, it warrants careful consideration, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis. On the contrary, you are the only one who qualifies to attain divinity. Yet, for that very reason, I do not wish to pressure you. It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Mem worry. Memmy memmy mem, memmy mem mem mem, memmy mem mem mem. Mem memmy mem, mem memmy mem 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 hero. Memmy mem mem, mem 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 mem. Memmy mem 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 mem, mem mem memmy mem mem. Mem memmy mem 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 mem, mem mem mem, memmy mem 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 mem.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Memmy mem mem, memmy mem mem mem, memmy mem 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 mem, mem memmy mem 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 memmy mem mem mem.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem. It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaia. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive. That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know. Good news? I wouldn't call it that. Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey. Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a citizens' assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue. That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation. I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaya will surely take back Cersei's core flame, but with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time. Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akuma. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another. As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for. Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Orynyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Nervous.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Miss, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves. Right. Perhaps something like, As long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the flame chase journey will be smooth sailing? No, that sounds a little strange. Don't worry, it won't take up too much of your time. Don't worry, you'll definitely make it back alive? Sorry. It seems like I've made the mood even heavier.
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only... I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
I can still vividly recall when you entered the vortex of Genesis for the first time. At that, don't feel burdened. Just like during the trial of strife, Trinan and Finan will be waiting for you. May Kethely bless you.
Little Grey and Mem, your resolves cannot get ready to The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates. The 8th core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the Chrysosairs, a traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles. Who? Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus. And surrender the core flame. Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Don't worry, you're tougher than I am, right?
traveler from beyond the sky. Let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed. While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak. I'm listening.
Slap, slap! Wake up! How is it? How do you feel? Right? I think that it's amazing too! Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice! It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother. It hurts. Have I finally reached the end?
Onyx. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Memories. Broken. Mother. Where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
You. It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you. Mother is calling for you. Skyfather has chosen you. Mother is no longer responding. Something important.
Onyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Onyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something. Just one thing.
Lacking something. What is it?
What you lack is a future.
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from Sky Father. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away. Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
The space is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse. Amphorius will succumb to eternal disorder. Never compromises. Never bears grudges. Never forgives. Never makes a choice. Child of humanity. Titans. Mother. Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Pathstrider of remembrance, my strength, I shall entrust it to you. The fate of the world, if you wish to, save it. Go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death. You'll have to challenge that hand of shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her. Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Miss, I'm right here. Please stay there and slowly turn around. Please pardon me. Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass! Did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. perhaps the result might be different this time. I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me. I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphorius needs you. Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well. Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period. Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the path.
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel? That's the medical prowess of the Twilight Courtyard. Amazing, isn't it?
You've completed the trial of time, and I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far, there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her. I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all. It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the Traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be...
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Titan rejects you. Me. Listen.
What? The Traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and I look in the direct... The sound of... I can hear it. I hear it. A voice.
Child of humanity. Is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry.
50?
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the
On the contrary. Stop giggling.
Let me ask you what... What about that...
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Anaxagoras. It's been a while, Lord Anaxagoras. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of soul. Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth while I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the— Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate. She's been waiting. Follow me, please. Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans.
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on.
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey—
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action. Res death signifies a static state, a definitive. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into—
An intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a—
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Skyfather as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
Is that very well?
And
Because I completely concur with— Please, Professor.
children of humanity have
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane, only esteemed being. I'll notify Kindness, and in the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need.
As you wish. You'll...
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just...
Save your concerns. I know very well.
I shall depart now that I look around. I wonder if there are any murals...
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Professor Anaxa! Over here!
If there's medicine, it'll come in handy. Come on, then.
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black...
You could say it's the Fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. So, are you...
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akama, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground, but it seems as though...
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that...
Come on, then. That's a healthy brain. This is enough for me. Take the rest. Found it. If there's medicine, it'll come in handy. Come on, now. This is enough for me. Take the rest. If there's medicine, it'll come in handy. This is enough for me. Take the rest. enough for me. Take the rest. Come on, then. These will last us a long time. there's medicine, it'll come in handy. Come on, then.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
This is enough for me. Take the rest.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
As Kephales's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect. Let me remind
I'm not sure whether I should, as I see it.
you. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is,
Seeing as we were in.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course, as a believer of the God of Deliverance.
didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't.
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Oh,
Every plant, every tendril. No.
As a result,
this mural is quite a...
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite...
For all we know,
Since you are aware.
from my perspective. Therefore, what then?
The entire plan is...
Oh my,
That's enough.
how unusual.
This is a present that my...
So there are...
Don't you just love... It won't take long.
Oh,
When I was young,
this...
indeed it was.
Oh,
Not only that, since all living
Anaxa? You... I did it, teacher! But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm. Even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip. Equivalent exchange.
Let it go. Never do something.
You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life. No, teacher. I may have lost him. I have grasped the truth with my...
who would have thought such a secret lake? However,
The answer lies. My story ends.
unfortunately,
Oh?
sure.
Now I understand.
Not only that,
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself, and I have a message from...
It's fun.
Kefali, the one who created... If you truly have not met your...
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there...
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay...
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet,
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Lord Anaxagoras, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Christ. Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest, and yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their... Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand...
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to this...
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, as to your question, and since you...
What brazen arrogance.
I don't deny it. But now that you're... I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribed to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have support.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless this tiny state may the both of us carry out our...
Using death to prove myself, it's...
What strong conviction you have. As expected.
As expected, she
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accept...
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my...
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to...
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaia covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Christ. Talk is cheap.
I understand. Let us decide how much... Continuing from the earlier topic, she is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the raven. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our...
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama, Aglaia had already dispatched her to monitor me. If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more?
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view, it is an undeniable fact that ever since the Grove was attacked, the Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya. And it's evident that the Academy wields considerable. At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time. Of course, this also—
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts. At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has vowed to—
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the—
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand—
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only— No. More like 2 Corf. At the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also—
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. If Aglaya can see— Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to—
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall—
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But—
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the answers soon. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over.
An expected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say...
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to... Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where carefully Watts answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Go on ahead. Take this Yanis shortcut and the long pilgrimage.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman, I believe carefully, will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of...
I hope things go as...
Putting it, it is my hope that you bring a much...
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawncloud's peak.
What a splendid view.
And even though I've come... Oh? Alright.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life...
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now? I know how far I can go.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any...
Wait. Is that... Circes? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to die?
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Nias? I know.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Circes. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
This is a departed spirit?
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well...
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot...
Kaos. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he...
Let's just hope we...
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but... You're now talking about...
Kaos?
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. The souls of people.
What? But... if those are the...
Beats me. Let's just keep going. As long as I take...
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I'm
fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing. So...
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... if I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along...
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything I felt.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithis...
Calypso? She's one of the Seven Sages. No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were. Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso... Circes? They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself. Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas, all that's left of that warmth is a hazy mirage.
Why are you chanting that too? We're here, finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan Mike very well then. Let me uncover... Did I still fail to make it in time? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides. This time...
Since we've come this far, let's just wait.
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else.
Everything that I see and hear this time, what may seem like a mundane conversation, is in truth. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theory. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of, fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan, is not.
What are you thinking about? Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. I stood at this very... Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? You get what I... But there will always be... It's just... Yeah. In any case... Have you...
Come on. Come on, then.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for. Or you could sit back and watch. I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. All right, now let's get him!
Tedious.
The waters of oblivion.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Lance at the ready. for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
That'll take more than medicine.
It's time.
Again, nowhere to run. Familiar.
That hurt.
Still waters of oblivion.
That'll take nap time.
Again. Destined for oblivion.
That'll...
I'm on guard.
Blade of moonlight.
The black tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So I... Oh, anyway, never... This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was research... not yet. It... Oh? By the looks of them. Sure, go ahead. Anaxa often, perhaps, it's... I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Come on, then.
This is the Library of Philia. A place where the Grove, other than books written by the Seven, we've had more than our... Nice? Whew. There are... in here. I can already... Why else would they call are the Titans? They marched him straight though what he took the first step. Anaxa would have probably... Needless to say, you claim to be stuck. Anaxa, every being in the... Thankfully, one by one. It was only after a... Yes. By the way, I'm talking... It's a well-kept secret. Among the Seven Sages, excluding the even the administrator of the Grove in this state.
place, but where is everything? Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're... No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials. Students often saw him walk in looking right as rain, but... Huh? That bookshelf over there seems... What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Akama and... me? Danny? Look at this. I have a bad feeling. My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation. Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speech... Oh... I just thought of something. Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Cersei's core flame to a safe place. That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an act? Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done? Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute... No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. The manuscripts detailing... Like, what? There's only one Titan left in the world. No. No way. He's after Kefali.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not...
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. The day-night cycle, much like how the sky above the whole...
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to...
And they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, except we have already realized
so much time.
Why? Because we'll face death by birth.
As a sage of the... But above all else...
But I can't...
You're right. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one...
Child of humanity. You didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions.
So, you figured it out. If I were as foolish as Adromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods'
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a...
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the... They call me a blasphemer, Xerxes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence. As I see it, Titans are simply a...
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave...
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so? The source of life is what I wish to grasp. To understand what makes up the soul. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify. And more. How then is a soul born?
And by the sound of it, you have...
No. I have already drawn a conclusion.
Professor Anaxa. I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange...
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life.
I see.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as the reason I say this is as I've...
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of...
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event.
Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to... And surely you jest. Don't you think I...
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Xerxes. Since all of this took, the living cannot... The answer is evident, isn't it? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to... Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to...
I knew you would say that, but it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't...
You can revive...
Humans cannot return from the dead. But all we need to do is... If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did.
I have news from Hyacinth and Dan Hung. Anaxa might be trying to do something with
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going...
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of...
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. And that what we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kynes is up to, and react to being Akima's political center. The Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my due till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders! How dare they trample over it!
It's been a while.
What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
It has indeed been some time, Lord Krateros. What brings you here in such haste?
Shh! Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night? Hacker, what?
She's been through a lot lately. Please pardon her. Can you tell us more about these thunderclaps?
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw it.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle...
You have my gratitude.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious Kynes has been on you. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in...
That's her.
Looks like you can see...
We should get back. Thank you.
They're here. The Christos heirs are here.
Oh, I should have gone back home to fetch a sacrificial vessel, some floral crowns, and frankincense to burn and offer.
Oh, Titans! Please! Forgive these arrogant and self-conceit!
Someone trampled right over the Master's flower bed, yet the Master only fumes in silence. Oops.
Whose side am I on? Why, I'm all for the Council of Elders.
By Kefali into Lenten above, as the Theo...
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping...
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long, that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites. No, this has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time.
Yes, this is my duty, but...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to just... There is no glory in winning this debate.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now, the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left... Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova? Or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice. Now, which of the two would lead...
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does...
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death. With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you...
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Era Chrysia.
Era Chrysia! Era Chrysia!
Era Chrysia!
Castorus? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Naxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you
tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the death tide?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live.
He's one of the 7 sages.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists,
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any... Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat?
Oh? Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans...
Era Chrysia! Yes!
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos.
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, for Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos.
What?
With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Casterus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare...
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lent and above, as the Theoros, Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be...
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften?
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the flame chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy.
Well then.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for a Naxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me.
In that case, please.
In actuality, he showed me a past that was...
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier.
Naxa, you were in the...
Yes, I am but a living dead man now.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl. Our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times. Thanks until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the... It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom. Like a type, the queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. The terrifying death had consumed all.
Until? Oh my... It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Pelixia. So, according to your story, this is how... And yet, what exactly...
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the ad...
Oh, my goodness. Is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this...
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew.
Therefore, we can just...
A fable, you say?
I guess it might be the
Oh? I thought the moral might be close. What? At a loss for words?
No, I merely realized that we're both...
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well?
Of course. What is your...
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of... Would you use it to resurrect someone you...
What? What kind of strange question is this?
Let's just...
Yes, I would.
Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, if such a mighty power really existed, after all, you, me... My time is finally here.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains. And it is a pity that fate is such...
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me.
Fortune makes fools of us all.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. How absurd. My time is... What should we do?
Since chaos is...
That's right. Don't allow...
Trial, prophecy, the topics that... But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise,
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born. I have long held three
Calypso, Polixia, and this warrior. I seem to have...
Regarding this matter, Nias, are you confident?
Of course. Though, I am worried.
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
Completely separating courage, honor. You really...
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise.
I do not understand.
Because this is our destiny. Furthermore, let's chat, young lady, since there's still time.
Of course. This warrior has the embodiment of Nikador's divinity. He entrusted his life to us and allowed human... That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes, if so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia! Is the previous form...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went...
But before that, we first need to witness what...
Honor, courage,
and finally...
Cheer up, young lady.
All fair. Although only a...
To be honest, I am just
Enjoying?
And now
But when you depart, separation and death...
Finally, the first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely... The calamity had devoured it. It was laid into the... It was a craze. Do you think that it'd be to my surprise?
Now please, go.
Are you trying to...
Therefore,
The embodiment...
It is time for me to knock on death's... When that moment finally...
I knew this day would eventually...
The both of you.
Mm-hmm. Polixia, I'm here. What? This...
This is quite interesting indeed.
Is this... Polixia's sister? Is it... me? Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with it. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends.
Even if it was prophecy. Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was the one who wasted you.
You're... I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked... It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers. Well, besides...
How could my...
Well then, tell me, what exactly are we? I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by it, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always... We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. And if such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it even now. This is why, sister, in the prophesied new world, I shall go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the netherrealm and grant you a second life. Remember, as for the price of our equivalent exchange.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to complete... I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy, just like the flame chase journey of today. Amphorius's history is...
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods who
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova as...
This is... Besides, those twins in the past. Even if they really are...
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description.
But the people there worship Fagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia. It had long-term...
Take this.
This is...
The new Sporist masterpiece. The philosopher, remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering. Think about the story of the dragon.
You still...
Simple. However, actions speak loud.
I've already searched, but before I...
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its...
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous...
If so, read...
Why not? Now I'm merely for...
Why?
This is but an...
Can...
No, it means that I can act...
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaya, please, let me explain.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not... Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must... The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone...
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that... Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's no go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason. Casterus, I too look forward to your journey.
Thank you.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, then how do we find a way in?
The answer is quite simple. In the myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the Netherrealm, and if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be... I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide.
Is this...
Welcome to the...
Wow.
Ah.
I saw...
If it's just... For a while...
He is panicked.